It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about my top 10 favorite card arts in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. So, out of all the card arts, let's compare endgames to Radiants to Season 8 cards. Which of these are my favorite? But only going to be ranking the top 10. So, I mean, if you're expecting Season 8 card art to be ranked, trust me, it would be near the bottom because it is absolutely horrible. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm never one to care too much about card arts. I think card arts are cool to have in my team, obviously. But again, do I really care about card arts? No, I care about their stats, badges, animations more than about anything else. Card arts, again, are cool. It is an interesting concept, but it is not one of the things I care the most about. We're going to start it off at number 10 with the Ice card art. Now, I don't know what it is for me. I think this card art is clean. I just do. From top to bottom, it's, to me, simple, but I like it, right? It's a shiny type of card art. It has a glow to it. It's clean, in my opinion. And when I look at this T-Mac, man, and I compare it to, I'll even you know, show you guys some of my other ones that didn't quite make the cut. But when I compare it to, let's say, the Splash Zone drop, I just think the Ice concept is way cleaner than this type of card art. Now, again, it's simple, it's easy, but a lot of times I feel like 2K does too much with their card art. And again, when I look through this Ice concept, I like it in general. Crisp, clean, simple. At number 10. At number 9, we're plugging in the Supersonic card art where, again, it's pretty simple in my opinion. There's not too much going on with it, but I think it's clean. I think it's effective in what's going on with it. Now, again, I got to talk about the players I used in it. So AK, you know, and guys like that, because this concept, this, you know, drop wasn't really good. Even the KD in it was not great. But I do think, you know, the card art here is crisp and, again, effective. You got the spaceship in the top left, which, you know, in the Supersonic card drop is pretty effective as well. Not a ton going on with it, but again, I do like it in general. Coming in as my 8th best card art in my team is 'Tis the Season. Now, with it being a Christmas drop, I always feel like 2K can maybe do more with it. But look at the moving background. That's where I want to start, right? Look at anywhere in the background of the card art. There's some movement in it, and I like that, right? I've always, you know, liked card arts that have some movement in the background. And, you know, not all the card arts do. Like, even this Cosmic, there's a little bit of movement, but I just don't think it's as crisp, right? Even with the Ice card art, sure, you know, there's, you know, movement maybe on the edges, but I just don't think it's quite as crisp. When I look at the 'Tis the Season, I think it's crisp. You know, again, there's not too much going on with it. But when I look at this LeBron James, who I probably use the most out of, I just like it. You know, you got the Christmas tree border. You got, obviously, some bells in there as well. Some Christmas decorations. You got that bow in the top right corner. It's crisp. I like it. Clean. And obviously, with Christmas being my favorite holiday, man, it's easy for that to be up there. Coming in at number 7 is the Invincible card art of this season. Now, part of the reason I like this is I like at the bottom how each individual card has their own type of a card art. So, for example, Manute Bol is a ruler. For example, Blake Griffin is, I don't even know why that is, but Ja Morant has a Grizzly, you know. DeMarcus Cousins has a King. I like it, right? Obviously, each team has their own Jazz for Walker Kessler. You know, for AK, he's in Utah as well, and he has, you know, the mountains. But each is their own, and I like that. Even for, like, you know, Mo Bamba, everybody has their own type of thing, but it's crisp. Do I like it as much as the Invincible concept of last year? Me personally, I don't think I do, but I love the Invincible card art of last year, right? A lot of people didn't like the actual face as part of the card art last year. That's one I personally loved. But the Invincible card art is still pretty clean in my opinion. From top to bottom, the colors, all of it, I think, is really clean. Coming in at number 6 is our Season 5 rewards. Now, this one is really interesting when it comes down to our Season 5 rewards and what we are talking about here. But we're not talking about, you know, the Eddie Jones items. We're talking about the Season 5 rewards, right? Where, you know, it's colorful. It has a beach type of concept. And I just think it fits really well with what I like in card art, right? I don't like, you know, all the extravagant stuff. It's simple, it's easy, but it's effective in my opinion, right? I like the bright colors. I like the color scheme. And again, it's just, to me, it has that beach type of effect that I personally do really like. Now, obviously, Season 5, when you think about Season 5, is it one of my favorite seasons in general? No, I just don't think Season 5 was great, but I do like the card art of it, and from top to bottom, I do think it comes in at number 6, and I think that's pretty valid. At number 5, we're plugging in the endgame concept. Here's the deal, guys. I think endgames, invincibles, that's probably the easiest overall card art to make, just because, I mean, you can do anything with it and people are going to like it. Now, what do I get when I look at endgame cards? I just get the vibe that these are going to be your best cards in my team, right? You know, they have the color scheme of them just being the best, and it just kind of looks like out of the world, like galaxies type of card art. And I do think that is what 2K went for with this, and I think, you know, it worked really well. Now, when we look at it compared to last year's endgame type of cards, it's basically the same, right? I mean, you're basically looking at it. This year, I feel like maybe even is better, more effective than the card art we did see last year. Now, so after the endgame concept, you guys might be like, okay, what could be better? I like this dreamer concept at number 4, right? You got the clouds, you got the cards above the clouds. And again, it's simple, it's effective, but I like it, right? You got Ricky Davis flying above the clouds, for example. Same thing with Dennis Smith Jr., KD up here. And then you got the light, the sun breaking through. Again, simple, effective, but it's something that I do really like. So again, for people that are card art nerds, you guys might not love this as much as me, but at number 4, I've got the dreamer concept. At number 3, we're plugging in the fire concept. Giannis, Lonzo, this type of drop where you've got the flame, you've got the player surrounded in the flame. Especially with Giannis, you got the, you know, the bright orange around him. It's just a really, again, simple. I like simple. All of these I would say are pretty simple card art designs. This one might not be as simple, but you just got the player in the flame, in the flame, or the flame like kind of radiates around the card. Just think it is super cool of a card art design, and one I would have liked to see more of, right? Even with the ice drop, right? When we compare the fire and the ice, both to me are clean, but the fire just does a little bit more for me than the ice drop. Now again, I don't mind the ice, but I just think the fire is more effective and way more cleaner and crisper, coming in at number 3. At number 2, we're plugging in the card art. I gotta find where this one is at, of the elemental card, or the elemental drop. Now, I've gotta say, guys, we didn't really get a good card drop with the elemental set, but I think it is clean. A lot of times, we won't see as clean of graphics as these, but I mean, I really like it. As far as for me, I like the color scheme, and I like the texture within the players, within the jerseys, right? Even for like a Steve Nash, there's a lot more going on with Steve Nash than Dwight Howard, and not each and every card is the same. I like that as well, right? That it's the same type of content, the same type of thing, but a guy like Cat has way brighter of a card art than Kawhi. So I just think in general, I like the fact that not every single card is the same. There's a lot going on here, but I think it looks pretty crisp from top to bottom. And coming in as my by far and away favorite card art of this year, it has to be the hero set. I absolutely love this card art of the heroes. And it doesn't even matter which player it is. I love each and every one of it. I think heroes, to me, especially when we're talking about, you know, the reward stuff like that, it's so clean, it's so crisp, and all it really is is a player surrounded, you know, by bright colors, and then on the outer side of it is a little darker colors. But I think it's crisp. I think it gets to the point with what I'm personally wanting. Now, I personally loved when 2K did like what was it, last year, where they were like cartoon characters on cards. I personally love that as well, and this gives me that type of feel in general. Now again, I might be different than the rest of you guys, but for me, the hero card art comes in as my overall favorite card art of this year. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Is there any card art that didn't make it that you guys are a big fan of? Like, did you guys like the cosmic drop? For me, I'm not a big fan of it, but is that something you guys like? Let me know down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.